Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of FTB Skies 2 on the FTOG server. It has been a minute since I recorded an episode. Those first four were recorded within like a week of the server opening because I had time off and time to play. But now we're back to reality. And I have done a lot of work, so today is kind of going to be an update episode, and then we're going to do some exploration. And it's going to be good. So, the most work I've done is right in front of me here. So, first off, this is the current state of our Geors setup. We've got all of this stuff. Rubies have no use, really, but I'm collecting them. This is the current state of our crystal set. But that is not super important. That's kind of just an ongoing project. Power. As I showed at the end of last episode, there was the multi-block Dyson Cube project. This is the current state of it after the beams and sails I threw up. 30.6k FE per tick, which is more than enough we're going to need for a while. We have an energy cell from Power down here, a energy hopper, and a chest that will charge anything inside of it because that's what the energy hopper does. We also have this screen controller, which I will get to later. The foundry, I have hooked up the lava, so it's got lava beneath it, automator, cobble, lava, and then into the foundry tank, so that's set forever. No problems there. We have some botany pots growing mushrooms that I found in the nether, and you may be wondering what this is. Well, this is our mob farm for the season. We've got a chest here for storing charms and other stuff. We've got this set up with 2 diamond nether storage upgrades, so we got room for 16,000 of everything. And then we got a void upgrade that'll void anything overflowing. We have a magnet upgrade so it can pick up the stuff from that chamber. Over here, we've got our storage eggs for the spawner and our gems, or apothic gems. That's weird. Not sure how that happened. Up here, we've got these shutters, which will close and stop the blazes from shooting fireballs out. These were not always here, and I will show you the result of that in a minute. But we have just enough room to reach the spawner. That's the current stats. We're at minimum and maximum spawn delay of a second. Spawn count 8. Max entities I still need to boost up so it'll spawn more stuff. It ignores players, it ignores light, it's silent, and it has redstone control. Speaking of redstone control, this season, or this series, we're using a screen to control it. So if we right-click into this, button modules, you can connect the button modules to, let me hover down here. Oh yeah, I got the jetpack built. Emerald, it's great. You can connect those wirelessly to these receivers, and that's a toggle latch so that when I hit the button, it'll toggle like a lever. There's also one up here, like that will turn the spawner on and off and the grinders on and off. So instead of having unseemly levers and everything, I can just hit some buttons and do this. Now I think it's blazes in there right now, so I'm going to shut the shutters. And then I'm going to shut these. And then we're going to turn on the spawner and you can see how it works. They just drop, they conveyor, and they hit the grinders. And up goes the stuff. I've been using this for furnace fuel and Ars Nouveau fuel. So let's turn off the spawner, let the grinders finish their work, and turn the grinders off. Cool. You'll also notice that this is dropping these. And those can be crafted into these heart canisters. And if we look at bobbly heart containers, there's 5 levels. They all require the lower level to craft. Like melted blue hearts, take melted green hearts, we'll take melted yellow hearts, we'll take melted red hearts. It's going to take a while to get up to the proper level, but if we take these heart canisters, I definitely thought we would be able to apply these. I thought you could eat these. Can you not eat these? I don't... It occurs to me I don't actually know how these work. I'm going to have to Google that. But I definitely thought you could eat these, but maybe not. Speaking of blaze shutters, turns out pointing an open spawner right at your house full of blazes results in some of a mess. So yeah, a lot of this is burned down. I'm gonna fix it up, but I wanted to leave it to show you, just so you can learn from my mistakes. Heading back here, we've got a temper jar with some blue ice over it, which I got through a spell that I'll show you later. Jar automator. I'm just kind of farming ice right now. I needed some for a spell glyph, and here we are. But on to the Ars Nouveau. You've seen this, you've seen that. This is not Ars Nouveau, but I have a infusion pylon, which gives me potion effects. I have mana regeneration, fire resistance, and night vision, just permanently now. So that's cool. Those are very overpowered. I've made most of the essences. I'm still waiting on a Starbuncle charm to make the, I believe it's Conjuration Essence. I'm hoping to solve that problem today. We have our setup here. We have our glyphs. And all I'm missing is the Starbuncle charm, but we're working on that. I've made a new spell, Freezing Ray. This is how I got the blue ice. For example, if you just shoot there, we'll get normal ice, normal ice, normal ice, and in the center, blue ice, which I can put below this thing in order to make it, what's the efficiency? 400%. That's like the lava of chilling things. The blue ice, however, I don't know where to put. That I just mined, so I'm just going to put in miscellaneous. Those Wilden tablets, we're going to fight that probably next episode, because we're coming up on the point where we're going to need it. I need 4, because I need 1 to make my spellbook. I need 1 to, I need 3, I think, to make all the marks of mastery I'm going to need for the end portal and to upgrade my equipment. So we're going to work on that later. Ars Nouveau, I made the Sorcerer's armor, the robes, because that's the one I wanted with the high-powered thread slots. And I can see, as you can see, I've enchanted it all pretty well, and that is up here. I have created our proper enchanting setup. It's just a normal one right now, no special bookshelves, no increased stuff. However, I don't remember what mod it was, but you can click on the enchanting table with some resources to expand the range it will check for bookshelves. So I'm going to do that between episodes maybe, and we'll see what we can do. I don't remember why I put this here. I needed it to make something, but I don't remember exactly what. Infinite ham. Yes, I remember this. I've got a manual haunting setup for when making soul sand, and you just kind of put the sand on there, and then you crank this and haunt the stuff. I haven't bothered to set up a proper haunting, create, power, whatever setup, but this works for our purposes. This I have set up, bring that down a little bit. I have set this up for spawning mobs in the dark, so I can capture their eggs with my sword to use in the, this thing. Okay, that's weird. Visual glitch. Yes, this is our sword. Sharpness 7, sweeping edge, looting, unbreaking, mending, severing, soulbound, capturing. So that's fun. And finally, I'm going to take these. Turns out that in this mod pack, the claims will protect you from the initial wither explosion, but not from the further explosions from the skulls. So you have to be careful. And I haven't gotten around to making any of the wither-proof stuff yet. So I'm going to show you exactly how I have been doing some wither stuff right now. So I create the thing, and then I fly above it. And the trick with the withers is that they'll always try to get above you. So, so that'll happen. Upper speed, so we can get above the wither, and blast it. Come on. This is how I've been fighting the wither, basically. This freezing ray spell is not good for spamming, apparently. I've made a new spell. And it seems to have a bit of a tricky range, it seems. So we're just gonna do this by sword instead. The jetpack lets me get enough speed to keep up with the wither, which is nice. I'm gonna have to look into that spell, because that spell was doing good range in the nether when I was testing it, and for some reason now it's not hitting things. So we're gonna go into the nether in a minute, and I'm gonna show you what it's supposed to do. Once I kill this guy, I should probably turn my magnet on though, so I get all of the rewards. Come on. The wither will always try to get above you, which results in it flying very high if you try to stay above it. So we'll just fall all the way back down here, catch ourselves, put the yellow heart where it belongs. Okay, let's go into the nether so I can show you what this spell should do on a blaze. Because for some reason it's not working. I tried to kill a pigman with it earlier and it wasn't working. So this is what it is. It's a projectile, and then it freeze, cold snap, reset, apply another freeze, cold snap, reset, apply another freeze, cold snap, and then item pickup. So in theory, this thing should release a triple burst of ice power at something. Where are all the mobs? There's one. It should do this. Boom. Triple ice power. And kill the thing, blow everything else away. For some reason, though, it wasn't working on the wither. So that's what it's supposed to do, and I hope it works later, because we are going to do a fight later. Mob drops, mob drops. I have uses for those, but not right now. Okay, so while our jetpack finishes recharging for the next leg of the episode, I looked into it, and apparently in order to use the heart canisters, you need a heart amulet. So if I put those in there, and then if I craft up the yellow heart canisters we have, I need to kill 4 more withers in order to get the yellow hearts I need. If I put those in there, and then if I apply this, we have a bunch more hearts. So there's also this soul heart amulet, which you need to use the purple hearts, which I don't remember where they come from. A what? Diamond ale. Okay, not too big concern. But yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more. Oh no. I forgot I wasn't wearing my jetpack. Okay. So we're gonna do a thing here. We're gonna fly over to our water. And then we're gonna go get our jetpack and put it right back on where it belongs. Okay, where... No. That, where you belong in the amulet slot. Okay, so we have hearts now, and a bunch of grains of infinity that I will put away while I talk about what we're gonna do. So, in this mod pack, there are a bunch of structures. And I figured, why not knock those off slowly at the end of the episode. At the end of every episode, we'll explore a structure or two, and in pursuit of that, I took the liberty of flying out into the void beforehand and finding a whole bunch of those structures. I wasn't able to find all of them, but I was able to find a lot of them. So I took the liberty of generating the chunks, flying out. But the Arcane Library is on our list for today, because before I go and spend a bunch of essence and resources making all the glyphs I need and want, I'm going to see if we can find some of them for free. So that's where we are today. Our first stop is going to be this. And apparently, there's some mining fatigue stuff that I don't exactly know how to sort out, but we're going to explore here, and we're going to see what we can find. So, head in here. I see chests. I see a lot of pressure plates on the ground. Okay. What do we got? Codex entries. This is why I didn't want to make the things, because we might just get them for free. I'm also hoping that I can find the Starbuncle charm I need somewhere in this library, so I don't have to go around hunting for Starbuncles. Because I don't know where to find them, and that might be a problem. Oh, spell glyph, I think. A rune. Yes. Okay, heading along. I saw another chest here. Starbuncle charm, there it is. I can make the rest of my essences. Excellent. And we will learn these glyphs. What's that? Polish, Source Stone, Mage Light, Lantern. Okay, Starbuncle Charm is super important. We needed that. That was one of the main reasons. Break the runes on the floor, because they're getting annoying. What is... We're opening the trap doors. Okay. Let's head up. Ugh, this is annoying. Rune, rune, rune. Let's head on up here, see if we can find anything that'll let us downstairs. I think there's a downstairs somewhere around here that we can get into in order to disable the mining fatigue. But also, we are on an island, so I'm not entirely sure if it's the same as it was in other packs. Not fiery filter. Okay. Throw our potions away. Okay. That seems to be most of this floor I've explored. Or maybe it was just that one thing. Never mind. Heading over this way. Nothing. Got mining fatigue. I don't think mining fatigue affects the break spell, but why not just play it as intended for a little while? Ow. Blindness. Okay, we've got 3 more codex entries. We have a bunch of cool stuff, but the codex entries are important. Codex, codex, codex. Save ourselves some resources. A mage bloom in there. We've got 5 more codex entries. That's exactly what we were looking for. Okay. Unlock, unlock, unlock. Arcane Library, great for Ars Nouveau. Oh, we've got a server restart coming up. Well, might have to pause the episode for a second here while we work or let that run, but that's fine. Let's throw stuff away. This is cool. I like this room. 3 more codex entries. Bunch of stuff we don't have to do ourselves. Always nice. Next, break that rune. Break the rune. More codex entries. Hopefully this will do most of our first level codex entries. Or our spell glyphs. For us. Boop, boop. Lots of Starbuncle tokens. That's nice. By lots, I mean 2. And as far as I know, we've gotten most of the tokens required for the other stuff. So I will see you after this restart. Alright, welcome back everyone. I have discovered an interesting interaction. It seems that if I'm not in the chunk... If the chunk with the potion infuser isn't loaded when I log off, it doesn't activate again. So we're going to go home really quick, get our potion effects back, and then go back, and now our potion effects are recharging. It's very interesting the way that works, but no matter. Continuing on. Ow! That was unexpected. Let's go back. Everyone rejoining after the server restart. We've got our looter trophy. That's exciting. Break the rune. More codex glyphs. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, more tokens. Ooh, a Whirlus Brig token. I don't think I actually had one of those yet. That's exciting. Anything else in here? No? Okay. Then let's head out, see if we can find maybe another one of these rooms. Like this. Buzz off rune. Okay. Seems there's another one of these rooms, but we need to fly in order to access the chests. 4 more codex entries. Bubble, ray, redstone signal, place block. Excellent. Grab all the stuff. I might be able to use these potions of mana regeneration for something. Do I have any... Are there any number 2s? Potion of mana regeneration 2. You need an hour in order to apply a potion filter. So if I can collect an hour's worth of mana regeneration 2, I might be able to upgrade my potion effect, which would be awesome. Because I don't want to brew it myself in 3-minute increments, but if we can collect enough from this, maybe we'll just be able to do it. More codex entries. What do we got this time? Learned all of this codex can teach you. Great. That's what we wanted to happen. But we're gonna keep going anyway. But I'm gonna leave the codex entries now, because I don't need them. Leave the codex entries alone. Tablet of Scrying. Don't know what to do with that, but I don't really need it. Probably. Alright, any more chests in here? I don't think so. I think we're good. We've gotten everything we need from here, except for in there. Hollis Source Stone Trapdoor. Grab all of our stuff. Excellent. Getting some quests done. Okay. Let's head out. Got a rune. Okay. Keep heading to the side. See if we can find anything else interesting. We got an amethyst. We've got some infrastructure we don't need. What is that? Oh, interesting. It seems that the mining fatigue has worn off because we didn't go back to the entrance. A repository. I don't want that. I don't need to know what it is. Okay. Oh, there's a chest in there. Let's break that. Grab stuff. Excellent, excellent. We've got spell turrets, repositories. I don't want any of this. Wandering Trader has spawned in my library. Anything interesting back here? We got a chest. Okay. Don't need a stone sword, but I'll take the rest. Okay. And I thought I saw some stairs over here. Leading to up here. Anything up here of interest? It doesn't particularly look like it. I also noticed there's no mobs spawning in here, which is good, but weird. You got anything interesting? No? Okay. Cool. Oop. Down. Okay, I think I've explored most of this library. But there must be a lever or something that will allow me to turn off the mining fatigue. And I think it's probably up here somewhere. Right in here. We've been in here. Okay. Probably up near the altar somewhere, right? We got an altar. Bookworms, not connected. Step. What was that? Why did I hear a ghast sound? What? This pressure plate is making ghast sounds, and that's mean. I think it's doing it specifically to scare me. And that's very mean of it. Anything up here? Outside? No, this is just too outside. Okay, well, I think we're pretty much done here. However, I wanted to take a break in here because it seems like a perfect place to do this. In order to make the Ancient Debris Jayor, we need 36 netherite scrap, which by my math is going to require 2 of these Gateway of the Hellish Fortresses. So this seemed like a good arena to do this in, so we're going to do this here, and then we're going to move on to our next structure. Just blast them. We got the mining fatigue back. Blast. Okay, just keep... There we go. Put all of this away. Recharge our mana a little bit. Okay. We got explosives going on. Not too much trouble so far. I think it's going to start spawning bigger things eventually. But I have fire resistance, so the blazes aren't a problem. Kill those. Blast up those guys. Blast him. And 1 left. Good. Okay. We got some netherite. Debris. Pick up some of that. This has to give us at least 18 total in order to fit my predictions. So let's blast some guys. Okay. Progress. Withered Ranger. That's just a specialized one. One more guy around here somewhere. Where are ya? Where's the guy? There's a pigman around here somewhere. Where is he? Is the question. Where'd he go? Where'd he spawn? This is going to ruin everything. If we don't find that pigman. There's the warp nexus. Where's the... Pigman! Pigman, where are you? Where's the pigman? Where is it? Pig. Great. Then the gate's dead. Awesome. That ruined all of my plans. And fire tick is on, which means we need to put this out. Okay, well, we're not going to do that this time. Apparently, I need a better place to fight these where a pigman doesn't go missing and wreck the entire experience. So, I'm going to do that between episodes. You've seen what it does now, and then I'll open next episode with the netherite scrap. Anywho, moving on to our next structure of today, the Weeping Well, which is required for Malum. Now, if we look at the quest book for Malum, the first thing we need is Soulstone. And Soulstone, apparently, you can get by throwing ores or geor crystals into the Weeping Well. So, hopefully, we can chuck this in here, and hopefully it will spit back out raw crystal. Spit it back out. Excellent. Soulstone. We need this. So how do we get refined soulstone? We get refined soulstone by smelting raw soulstone, which, luckily, I have a smelting glyph that I have put in my spellbook, so we can blast that, which will give us this, which supposedly, if we throw in here, will spit back out a special one, the Encyclopedia Esoterica. Excellent. And I think that's probably all we need from this place right now. Now, I am going to get into Malum off camera, because in order to get to the end, we need end portal frames, we need ether from Malum, which is made with some other stuff that I don't understand quite yet. But I'm going to dig into it, and I'm going to bring back next episode with some information about how that works. Speaking of which, my plan going forward, looking at my previous series and how many episodes they tend to last, I think I'm going to do some bigger progress jumps in between episodes and just kind of show you a little more progress every episode. If that's not something you want, let me know in the comments. If you want me to do smaller jumps, I can make that work. Let me know what your opinion on that is, because I'm really enjoying playing this mod pack, and it is a little frustrating having to stop every couple hours in order to wait till the next episode. So it would be really great if I could just make bigger progress jumps in the meantime. Not huge, because I'm back to work now. I had some time off over the holidays that I was able to play a lot that I don't have now, so it won't be huge progress jumps, but it'll be bigger than you'd probably think if I was doing multiple episodes a week. But yeah, I think this episode is getting pretty long, so that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to do a couple more of these hellish gates, and we'll come back next episode with some Malum done. We'll come back with a netherite, or an ancient debris geor, which is real fun, because debris geor, because you make it with a block of netherite, which is why I needed 36 netherite. And then the use of the crystals, you cook them in a superheated tempered glass jar with grains of infinity to make one netherite scrap. So it's not efficient, but it is infinite, which is great. And I'll come back next episode with that intact. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. See ya. Wait, what? That's not my sign-off. My sign-off is later.